welcome to Catherine K Designs. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between a designer and a decorator. They are not the same thing. Now, I only bring this up because a lot of people mistake me for a decorator, which is fine, that is part of my job, but I think there's a misconception as to what interior designers do, and that's what I wanted to clear up. Decorating is taking beautiful objects and things and making gorgeous spaces. I mean, you can completely transform a space just by decorating it. So what do I mean by that is you change the paint colors on your walls, you change the furniture, you reupholster it, you change your carpets, that sort of thing. It's mostly finishes. So decorators come in when a space is done and you just want to revamp it. They're not qualified, however, to place electrical outlets, walls, or help you with your built-in lighting system, that sort of stuff, like how your lighting works in your space. An interior designer is actually a recognized professional. We have associations that we belong to, and it takes a lot of schooling and experience to get into these associations. Interior design is about understanding people's behavior so that we can create functional and beautiful spaces for them that just flow really nicely and work well. And yes, an interior designer does work on the same things the decorator does in terms of finishes and paint colors and furniture and all that stuff, which is really important for the space, but they do so much more. An interior designer can decorate, but a decorator cannot design, and that is important to know. There are 5 main ways that interior designers and decorators are different. So number 1 is schooling. So for a decorator to call themselves that there's no formal training required. And in fact, a lot of people have natural talent, and that's why they go into it. They can completely transform a space just by picking the furniture and picking the paint colors and working with the client to define their style. This is really a talent for a lot of people. Interior designers, on the other hand, do require formal schooling at a certified school. This means that they have an all-around knowledge of CAD planning, doing layouts of buildings and residential spaces, and also how to do furniture design, how to do lighting design, what the electrical will do in the space. So we learn everything holistically, how everything works together. 2, credentials. So to become a decorator, there are no official credentials, but again, a lot of prolific and very successful decorators are out there, trust me. To officially call yourself an interior designer in all of Canada and most of the US, you have to be part of your professional association. And this takes 3 to 4 years of schooling, plus 3 years of experience. Then you write an exam, then you're part of your association. 3, what they do. So decorators come in and they help you define your style. Do you like minimalist? Do you like contemporary? Do you like classic? They help you with that, and they pull in all the colors and make everything work together so that it works for you and you like it aesthetically. Interior designers can come in before anything is built. So let's say you're building a new house and you want to decide how many rooms you need, what the functions of each room, how big they are, and what the flow of the space will be. So they help you really plan out, and they work with the architects hand in hand often. 4, who they work with. Decorators do not need to work with anyone else. They typically come in when a space is already complete. So all the walls are finished, everything's installed, and they come in and help you just refine all the details. Or if you already have a space, let's say you just want to redo your living room, they are perfect for that. Designers work closely with architects, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, with the contractors, to make sure that everything works well together, everything is built according to the plans. And this is especially true in commercial interiors, but for residential interiors as well. 5, types of projects. So decorators tend to work on residential projects, and interior designers can work on residential as well as commercial. And commercial designs include office spaces, spas, hotels, restaurants, things that the public will use. Now, who should you hire? Well, it all depends on what kind of project you have and what kind of budget you have. It doesn't mean that decorators are actually cheaper than designers, because some are much more expensive. It just depends on what you want to do. If you have no structural things to do, no moving walls, no changing of electrical outlets, you can go with the decorator. If, on the other hand, you want to change anything like your plumbing, electrical, lighting, walls, finishes, you definitely want to go with an interior designer. Now, just to give you a real-world example, Nate Berkus is a decorator, and he is absolutely amazing. You know the guy who works with Oprah? He has his own TV show now, and he is just phenomenal decorator. And Philip Stark, on the other hand, is an interior designer, and I believe he's also has training in architecture, and he's designed a lot of funky hotels and restaurants around the world. So there you have it. That is the difference between an interior designer and interior decorator, in case you didn't know. And I hope you know who to hire for your next job. Thank you so much for watching Catherine K Designs. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.